Chutzpah time.
Yay!
How are you, Jacqui?
I'm great. How are you, Jasmine?
That's good. I am okay.
Just okay.
I'm dealing with life.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I am blessed.
Yes.
So today, we're going to talk about Chutzpah.
Mm-hmm.
What is she?
It's our podcast.
She already has hers.
Yeah, the name of our podcast, Chutzpah Time. That's how you say it. Chutzpah.
Time. So it's a really cool word because you can find it in many different languages. And it originated from Aramaic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Yiddish. So in Hebrew, it's used to describe someone who has overstepped the boundaries of acceptable behavior. That's me every day. I definitely, if I not overstep, I step on the boundaries.
Oh my God. Not just hop over, just step right on them.
Yeah, definitely. I am not afraid to ask those questions, you know?
Yeah. 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 Another meaning to chutzpah is the quality of audacity, for good or for bad, which I think is very important because chutzpah is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing. It means you are confident, you have audacity, nerve. You're not afraid of what other people think.
Right. Honestly, it's my saving grace. 'Cause, like, I feel like I have had a better life because I have that, like, audacity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like other people need that in their life, too.
We all need chutzpah in our life.
That's why
That's what we're here for.
This podcast. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have anything to add?
No, yeah, I think it's just a really cool word because it doesn't exist in English, I don't feel. It only exists in Hebrew and Yiddish.
Mm-hmm.
And it describes somebody that's just like very confident, you know. They're not, again, they have audacity, maybe a little bit of nerve, maybe they can be rude, but also, you know, they're not like offensive.
Right.
So.
And I feel like in chutzpah there's like humor as well, at least for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So in audacity it's like how dare you more like, and it's not so much like oh my God, like you know what I mean? It's like all drag queens have chutzpah.
Right, yeah. It's like snap. Yeah. Oh, she didn't. That type of, that's chutzpah.
Yeah, I love it. That's cool. So in the beginning, we did not want to be political. And I remember you being like, I don't want to be political.
Yeah, we did not want the podcast. We did not want it to be political at all.
Yeah, and
because we didn't want to offend anybody. We didn't want to create any, aggression from our listeners or make, one group of people feel like they're not understood. We wanted everybody to be able to relate to our podcast, and we wanted to spread some joy, maybe learn something new, maybe pass it on to our listeners, but nothing too, current or political, because we want to bring people together, not to set them apart.
That was exactly it. We wanted people to come together and enjoy the conversation. And oftentimes politics drives people away from each other, and we are finding and still learning how do we use our platform to bring people together. And that's kind of like the development that we're going through as creators of this podcast. And it's interesting.
We did call it Chutzpah time because we wanted to incorporate a few elements. First of all, that we are Jewish, and it is a word in Hebrew. So it brings us, and we're Israeli, so it brings us back to our Jewish and Israeli roots. And also, we kind of know that we're a little sassy. We're a little,
out there.
We have our, personalities. So we wanted to embrace those, and what makes us unique to say, we're not afraid of showing that to the world, and we're not ashamed of our quirkiness or weirdness or differentness. So that's why, chutzpah, the word chutzpah really set it in and made sense for us, because it was hard for us to find a name. It took us a while. We went through a lot of different names and vibes until we got to chutzpah time. And I'm glad. But like we were talking about when we were thinking of what type of podcast we want to do, we did not want to be political or too current events. Not like, we don't want to be the news. Is
right.
Definitely. We are not the news. We wanted to introduce a way of conversation that we are familiar with. The way Jasmin and I talk is the way we grew up talking, and just you can have a conversation, a general conversation, respectfully, maybe disagree, maybe have learned something new, but you can still have the conversation and it not be an argument, and respect one another, and that's the idea.
And I feel like we're getting better and better at talking about intense subjects in that fashion. So that's cool.
Well, what happened is 2020.
And she dropped.
There was a few things that we could not talk about, like what happened with George Floyd and the problem of racism and police brutality in America, and that brings us to the dilemma of being political or not, because is it political to talk about police brutality and racism, or is it part of our day-to-day life and we need to discuss it?
That's a good point, actually. And unfortunately, this particular topic is part of our day-to-day life. And
it should be. We all should talk about it, and it should be on everybody's mind.
Equality?
It shouldn't. It's not a political thing, in my opinion.
It's humanity, and how do we as people live in harmony and stop with the comparison and fear that is so like ingrained in our everyday society, unfortunately. And in Tel Aviv, it's like or in Israel, you can pretty much get killed every day. That's the mentality.
Right, because of terrorist attacks.
So every day we
it's not
really
funny,
like.
No, you're good. It's PTSD. Yeah. Okay. Great.
So every day we live as if it's the last day we're gonna live. So we also come from a culture where fear is frowned upon. Like we're not afraid. That kind of proudness and yalla. Let's go.
Whatever.
Whatever happens.
YOLO. It's pretty much YOLO.
It's YOLO. So here it's not YOLO. Although
not
everybody's like, YOLO.
You only live once. For whoever's wondering what YOLO means, that's what it means.
Thank you, Jacqui.
I just wanted to remind everybody.
No, honestly, though, thank you.
I didn't know what it meant until you introduced me to it. You were just like 16 or something and being like YOLO. And I'm like, what the fuck does YOLO mean? And then you told me and I was like, oh, okay, it is. Well, yeah, it's a great saying. It just sounds stupid when you say YOLO.
Oh my God. LOL.
It has good intentions. It just doesn't sound very good.
No, but when people say like instead of laughing, they say LOL.
Oh.
And then I'm like, what? And they're like, LOL, laughing out loud.
Well, you're not.
Like,
you're saying letters, dude.
yeah, and I'm like, but you're not laughing out loud. Anyway, going off subject. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, Israel, YOLO. So here it's not really much like that,
Right.
which is okay, but we want to use our platform to talk about things that we feel are super important.
Yeah.
Like being humane to each other.
Yeah, what a concept.
And yeah, and being like, and bringing people that don't often have chutzpah and like have the spotlight to talk. We're like, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's the spotlight.
And that's why we essentially decided that we may talk about political things in the future, or things that maybe we don't consider political, maybe other people consider political. But our podcast name is Chutzpah Time. And chutzpah means audacity, bravery, not being afraid to say what's on your mind. And that's why we went ahead and tackled a little bit of, more current events, political stuff. And we decided we are not going to stop.
No. And by the way, hustler culture, for example,
That episode was controversial, man. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah, and we literally talk about being a hustler, like from the point of view of the hustler, like someone that sees themselves as hustlers.
Yeah.
And we talk about why it's not good.
Right.
So, FYI, it's not
We're not trying to tell anybody how to live their lives.
exactly.
We're not trying to say one thing is better than the other. And that's exactly the idea of our podcast, is to bring a conversation style that is non-judgmental and non-combative, and not necessarily everybody has to agree. We can talk about things and disagree and still respect one another and still want to hear the other person's opinion. And it's okay. I mean, we're never going to agree on everything, but we can still hear each other and be respectful. And it's important to talk about things. Communication is where it starts, education and communication.
Yeah, and I mean, many times, like, I didn't agree with you or with Vlad, and it took me literally years to think, just remember that moment in time where we talked and disagreed, and see how maybe it became true in my life, or my opinion got stronger.
Right.
So it's really healthy to expose yourself to other people's opinion or points of view about life.
Yeah.
And I'm all about that. You'll always see me talking with a stranger.
Yeah.
So
We're all human.
So, like our Aunt Lisa said, you definitely gotta have chutzpah to create this podcast. Thank you.
You know it. You know we got that chutzpah. Okay.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, so we're
That's another meaning, is like to have balls.
Yeah.
To have chutzpah, it means like, oh, she's got balls.
She got balls. Okay. I think we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
I'll see you in a minute.
And me too. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
For now.
Be back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi. Anyway, that was a long break.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Okay, it's good to be back, and I just wanted to talk about what's going on in our lives. Just general conversation, nothing specific. Just, have a great time.
We can do this.
Yeah. So I actually I'm starting a new project that I'm very excited about. For you, our listeners that don't know, I do film photography. So I take pictures with a film camera that you need to develop at a store or lab.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive to do, and it takes like 2 weeks or a week for you to get the pictures.
Oh my God.
So I decided I'm gonna start to develop my own film.
Insane.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's really exciting. I've never done it before. I never went to any course or anything. I just watched a few YouTube videos of how to do it, and I ordered all the equipment yesterday.
Wow.
It was a big deal for me because I usually don't go out and get a bunch of stuff for a project I never tried.
Yeah.
So you get the chemicals and special bottles for chemicals, and you need to get a funnel and all these things.
Oh my God.
But it's so cool because you can literally go out, take pictures with your film, and then come home and develop them within a couple hours, pretty much, and scan them. I bought a scanner. This is so cool. I didn't even know these existed. It's a little thing, and you just feed the film into it, and it scans the film to your computer.
Wow.
So you can see it right away and obviously edit it or, just adjust it a little bit. But it's so cool. You can do it in your home, and then you can even print the pictures right away if you have a photo printer, which I did order. And I am so excited. It's not a very, very fancy one. It's not a professional one. So if you're interested in printing your own photos, you pretty much need to buy a very expensive photo printer. If you really want to do it professionally, something that you could sell.
Yeah.
But, I didn't have the budget for that. So I got a all-in-one Canon printer that prints on photo paper.
Cool.
So we'll see. I'm going to keep you guys updated. There may be a video.
There will be a video because I'm gonna be there fucking taking pictures of everything.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
It's literally amazing.
Yeah.
What you're doing.
Thank you.
I want to buy a film camera now.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, film camera.
Wow. That's amazing.
Mine is from the 80s.
Dude, I want to buy one and hire you to print my photos. Oh my God. That's amazing.
It's yeah. I love it. And I love the whole process you can do on your own, from taking the pictures. And what I like about film photography is you don't see. So you really have to for me it's easier because you don't have to obsess about all the, and we talked about this a little bit on the art episode.
Yeah.
All the settings that you need to set up on a professional camera. Some people love that part and they enjoy it, but when I see something beautiful, I just want to capture it and I don't want to worry about all the settings and stuff like that. So with a film, because it's more analog, it's way simpler. You have way less settings to do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it basically goes according, the iOS is the film type, and then, sorry, people are honking. It's noisy. We live in New York City. If you guys can hear all the honking, we're sorry. Anyway, but yeah, you pretty much, there's way less to deal with.
Yeah.
You pretty much can just take the camera and click and film. And then you don't see how it looks like, which is kind of cool, because you can become a little bit obsessive while you're taking pictures about like the little teeny tiny things, and then it's like not as fun or as flowy. So I'm so excited. I have like 3 or 4 film rolls to develop.
Wow, that's a lot.
And some of them are like from way, like even before Corona. Like I used like I think like in October of last year, like 8 months ago, and I literally don't remember any, like I don't know what's on that film, which is so exciting because I'll get to see it like somebody that's never seen, like, as somebody looking at my pictures that never seen them before.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's like one thing I'm so excited about, and I'm like, I just can't wait for everything to arrive. And I hope I don't mess it up.
No, I'm stoked. I'm so happy that you, like, did that.
Yeah.
You know, it's because it is a lot of equipment, and it's a lot of equipment that you've never bought before, you know? And so...
It will save me money long term.
Right.
Because to develop, like, one roll of film is, like, $25. And once you have the equipment, just the chemicals are like $40, but you can use them for like 8 times.
80?
8. Like 8. Develop with them, use them 8 times on film before they like go bad.
Oh, like
the same chemicals, yeah. You don't need to restart a kit every time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can reuse the chemicals like 8 times. Some guy I saw on YouTube used it like 12 times. So, yeah. It's an initial expense, but later it will save me a lot of money.
I mean, this is something I talked about with Vlad yesterday, and we were talking about listening to an album on turntable.
Yeah.
Versus
record player.
What?
Record player.
Yeah, record player versus
MP3.
Yeah, your headphones and like Apple Music.
Yeah.
So there are a few albums that I can't listen to anymore because I listened to them on the record player.
Yeah.
And it sounds incredible.
Right.
And deep and complex. Mm-hmm. Like there's just more layers of the sound.
Yeah.
And you can't explain that unless you like actually experience it. So for example, the first time I heard Melody Godot was when Vlad put it on one morning, and I was like, damn, like who's this? Like this is really jazzy and good, and
yeah, she's really good.
Her voice is amazing, and you know. So he told me, oh, Melody Godot, she's really good, right? So I'm like, this is amazing, and I listened to it for an hour on the record player. So a few days go by, and I want to listen to it again, but I don't have the record player. And I put on pretty much the same song, and it sounds totally different.
Yeah.
Not for the better. So the same thing I feel like applies to film and photography. Oh, yeah. Because, so for example, then I went to a museum, and it took me a while to figure out if a photograph was a photograph or a painting. Because it was so lush.
Wow.
And like moist and lively that I thought it was a painting.
Interesting.
And it was just a developed photograph.
Yeah.
So it's really cool, and it's all about the small detail. And Vlad was like, it's the original way of printing a picture, basically.
Yeah.
So what can be better than the original? So we're really excited for you anyway.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. I can't wait to see like what pictures I took and how they look, and to actually like look at them. It's not the same to see a picture like on a screen, even if it's like the best screen, the best resolution, whatever, than holding it in your hand like as a print. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, it's fun. Also, I don't know if it's just us, but by the looks of it, it's not. Going to the park is the best thing ever.
Yes.
We've been going to Prospect Park. There's a bus that takes us there.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, 20-minute ride, 15-minute ride. And Prospect Park, like, hello. Nobody talks about this.
Okay. Yeah, Central Park is great, but honey, you ain't seen a park before you went to Prospect Park, is what I have to say.
Nice.
Me and Vlad kind of discovered it one day. I mean, this is what we've been like growing into in the past couple months, is like Prospect Park. It's been a family event. And basically, me and Vlad started, like, walking there as an exercise.
Yeah, Vlad just really wanted to go to the park. And before we went back to public transportation, and we were still, like, walking just for exercise. Yeah, you and Vlad went on a journey to reach the park.
Yeah.
Which is a 40-minute walk from where we live.
Yes. And we did.
Yeah.
So we went a couple times, just me and Vlad, and then we really, really wanted Jacqui and Sam to join us, but it's a long ass walk. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's even yesterday when we walked all the way there, me and Vlad, it's a long walk, and we had to take the bus back because it's a long walk. It's like 2 miles, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
because then you don't have energy to walk in the park.
Exactly, and it's a big park, so you can like walk there for a long time, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So Mrs. Jacqueline discovered the bus, of course, and it's lovely because it's right down our house, and it takes us to the park, and it's amazing, and we put our mask on.
Yeah, we put our mask. We have our jelly ready to go at any moment in case we touch anything.
Yeah, so we're super safe. But then you get to the park, and it's this glorious experience because everything is like lush and green.
What we love about this park is it's not like man-made like Central Park is. If you don't know the history of Central Park, the park is not natural. If they wanted a pond, they dug it up. And if they wanted a rock right there, they put the rock there they took it from somewhere and put it where they wanted it. So Central Park is entirely man-made. Prospect Park, on the other hand, is not. And it feels like you're in like the forest. Woods. Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
And they have areas where they closed the area for the trees to grow and for it to come back to its natural habitat.
Yeah.
So
and also it's not flattened. Like Central Park is flat.
Right.
But Prospect Park, you can like get a workout walking in the park and going up a hill and down a hill, and there's a lake. People fish in the lake.
A lot of people fish in the lake.
I don't know if that's recommended. And if they eat the fish, but they fish. And there's ducks and all kinds of birds. And it's just great. And there are a lot of people at the park, but everybody's so far they're wearing their masks while they're around other people. Most of the time, like, you can be without the mask in the park. People are grilling.
Yeah.
Playing cards. That's what we want to do. We want to bring Uno with us next time we go, the 4 of us.
Yeah.
And I think it's really made a big difference in my life especially after being in quarantine and between 4 walls for so long. And we did walks in our neighborhood, but eventually you're like, I've walked this street like so many times. And also our neighborhood has decided to reopen itself, and there's like a gazillion people in the streets.
No masks.
We live in a Hasidic neighborhood. They do not believe in masks for some reason. So our neighborhood, like, it was nice when it was still like in the beginning of the quarantine and people were like listening. But now that they decided, like, okay, we're just gonna go back to normal, it's become unpleasant to walk in our neighborhood.
I agree. And
it's not like the park anyway.
Right. And another thing that I really, 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 really love about the park is that the neighborhoods around the park are amazing. This is prime Brooklyn scenery.
Yeah.
I recommend.
There's a big truck. Yeah.
I am in love with that neighborhood. I want to move. I want to grow up. I want to get old there. I want to be one of the old people that live there. I love it. It's a bunch of small businesses all over.
Yeah.
And it's
awesome. It's really great. I feel like it's brought me back to life, honestly, going to the park and just experiencing nature and looking at like an open space and not just buildings in front of you all the time, and like feeling the breeze and hearing the birds. Like, it's so important, especially when you live in a city. And I just want to put it out there, if you're, I don't know, like, it really helped me mentally. So if anybody else is like struggling right now, seriously, go to the park, take a beer, don't take a beer, go alone, go with somebody, but just do it.
Yeah, people do picnics there. People bring a guitar and play music.
Oh, yeah.
People grill, like you said.
It's nice to see people just chilling.
Yeah, people go on dates. I mean, people are with people.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome and beautiful to see, and I'm glad you brought it up.
Especially in nowadays when it can feel very, very scary or gloom, just like, oh my God, life is terrible and everything is bad. Go to the park and enjoy the outdoors.
It's grounding.
It is. It really, for me, it changed my life. Like, honestly, it's brought me back to like, oh yeah, this is who I like. Wow. It really brought me back to myself because I was kind of losing it.
Wow.
So.
And now we know where we want to buy a house one day.
Oh yeah. Jasmine.
Yes.
Any yoga updates?
I did do yoga yesterday.
Oh, good. How was it?
So thank you for asking.
Well, it's been a thing.
So yesterday I did yoga. I did yoga with Adrian.
Nice.
The third chakra focus.
I've never done that one.
It's really nice. It's not too easy, not too hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. I figured that the best time for me to do yoga is at 6 when I get off work. So I just like fucking get off work, drink some water, say hi to the girl, and put my mat out and just start the video,
like, just no break, no adjustment, just right into it.
Yeah, because like I will say that yes, I'm sort of hungry when I get off work.
For sure.
But I'm not starving, so if I just stick it out for 30 minutes and get my food later, then it's fine. And like,
wow,
yesterday, for example, I did yoga and then I straight went on a huge walk with Vlad. I burned 700 calories. It's just because I have the watch now, so it's like I know what's going on.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but so I was fine. I walked like 2.5 miles with him.
Yeah.
And then we got food. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's fine. Like, I can make it happen. And it's just about putting, not even myself, but like the state of energy that I'm at after work is not good for me or my environment.
Yeah.
And it's like taking a shower.
Yeah, you need to clean it off you.
Yeah.
Especially because you're working from home and there's like no separation.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And like, I'm in front of a screen for 8 hours. I pretty much have to sit down and just, you know, go through that, which I'm grateful I have a job and I work from home and it's all amazing. But it's hard, because then you're like, you're home. Like, there's no way back home to decompress. There's no like separation. So that's so cool. I think that's really awesome that you discovered doing yoga after work. For me, I like to do it in the morning. Mm-hmm. But that's because I don't have a job to get to at 9 a.m. So I can like take time to wake up and drink my coffee and do all that kind of stuff and then do yoga when I'm ready. But I like feel like if I wait till later in the day, I'm just not going to do it. Well, what I discovered, that's true. But what I discovered is if it's right after work, it's okay. Yeah. But first of all, I used to go to sleep at 9 or 8:30. I'm just being honest. Like when I lived in Tucson.
Yeah, that's early. Wow.
I'm 9? Like, okay, it's 8.
Oh my God.
The day is over.
Wow.
And I used to wake up at like 6. So I had like a whole other schedule. Now I went to bed at 3 a.m. last night.
No, why?
Yeah. Because I started watching videos about police brutality.
Oh, no.
And I was like, like I couldn't stop. No. But it was like stressing me out as well.
It's not a good bedtime watch.
No, I don't recommend.
It's important to know and to be aware, but not when you're trying to go to bed.
Yeah, I agree. But I just got sucked into...
rabbit hole.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, but I woke up at 8:30. So now I just wake up later, and the morning time, it's just a different pace when you move and your lifestyle changes. I don't know. Now
you have Vlad and I that keep you up until 11.
That's true. And also
we live in a different time frame. But I woke up at 9:30 today, which is really early for me.
Congratulations.
I'm trying to get to... Well, eventually 7, but I'm aiming towards closer to 8.
7?
Eventually, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you wake up late and then you drink your coffee and then and you do yoga and and then you're hungry and then you gotta eat and then it's like fucking 2 o'clock.
More like 4 p.m.
So... That's why I want to eventually wake up at 7. But today I woke up at 9:30, which is very good for me.
That's amazing.
I'm getting closer step by step.
Good job.
I did want to mention, we on our art episode, I pledged to write every day for a month.
I've been thinking about it, and I didn't want to put it out there.
I did not do that, but it's because there's a reason I do not have a notebook.
Oh.
Jasmine didn't give me one.
Oh, shoot.
That's okay, because yesterday I ordered a notebook.
Congratulations.
And I discovered a really cool website where you can customize the entire notebook.
What?
Yes. So they have templates.
What is it called? I want the name right now.
It's so cool. Let me look up my email, because I don't remember names of anything.
Same.
But anyway, let's see, it's called,
Wow.
it's called Aaron Condren.
That's a horrible name.
I can forward it to you. But anyway, it's...
Aaron. I'm gonna Google Aaron Notebook.
Yeah. It's so cool because you can completely customize the cover. They let you put your name on it, on the cover, like, and they'll print, like, it's really nice. It doesn't look like cheap or crappy or like you did it like as a school project or something. And you can customize the paper inside. You can have lines, you can have dots, you can have like, make it more like a organizer type, or you can have just blank, which is what I went with. I went with blank. I don't want any distractions or anything like confining me. I was like, I'm gonna go blank.
Like no lines?
No lines.
I love those notebooks, by the way, because you can draw something one day and then you can write around it. And
that's not the best part, though. The best part of what I ordered is they have a feature where you can get stickers and you can put your own pictures and they'll print it on a sticker. Hello?
What?
Are you getting this?
No.
So it's a sheet of stickers, like, I don't know, I think it was like 25 stickers.
Okay.
And I chose the pictures from my camera roll, and they print them on the pictures, on the stickers, your pictures. So, like, you can write, like, I had such a fun day with Jasmine, and put a little picture of Jasmine.
No way.
Because it's a sticker.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Did you print a picture of me?
No, they're gonna print it.
Oh.
It's from my phone.
The whole camera roll? How many did you pick?
No, it's like 25 pictures.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and it's $5 for the entire sticker thing.
What?
Yeah. $5. It's so cool.
Listen.
I mean, let's see when it gets here, but I am so excited. And once I get that notebook, I'm gonna write in it every day.
Okay, done.
So I have not forgotten about that commitment.
Good job.
Who was the guy?
Ben Jacobson.
Ben Jacobson. I got you.
I got you.
It's gonna happen.
I'm with you, Ben. That's amazing.
Yeah, this is like, if you're a supplies type person.
That's amazing.
And love notebooks, I highly recommend this website.
Aaron what?
Conrad or something? I need to look it up. So we're almost done with this episode, but we do want to tell you a little bit about our July podcast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So July is going to be all about the U.S.
All about the U.S.
Since the month starts with 4th of July, we decided we are going to do a series, 4 episodes, all about the U.S. during July. So please stay tuned for that. We have some guests coming.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah.
Not Aaron. I'm American now.
Oh my God. You're still looking.
It's, for the listeners, it's E-R-I.
Oh my God. Aaron.
Aaron, not Aaron.
Oh my God.
So excited. Sorry.
Yeah. July.
All about
the U.S.
the U.S.
Yeah. So super pumped. We're going to have some guests. We're going to have some very important subjects. And we're going to have some fun, some education, some good conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very excited about it. We've been planning this for a while.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. We're going to have really, really cool people come and share their stories.
Yeah.
Not, in a heavy way, but really in like a way that I'm excited to learn about.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about really important things. And we're gonna add the Chutzpah flair.
A little chutzpah spice.
Yeah. These notebooks, you guys.
Oh my God. She's still looking.
You gotta.
We'll link. This is not sponsored.
No, but
we'll
you
link.
never know.
You never know. Aaron, please
Aaron.
contact us.
Aaron.
Alrighty, that's all. Jasmine, did you want to add anything to this shenanigan episode?
I love it. I'm excited, and stay tuned.
Yay. Alright, guys, thank you for listening, and till next time, goodbye. Thank you for listening. Please follow us on Instagram at Chutzpah_time. That's CHUTZPAH_time, where we post updates and reminders so you don't miss any of our episodes or shenanigans. We also are on Facebook and YouTube at Chutzpah Time Podcast and on Twitter, Chutzpah Time. Thank you again, and goodbye. Thank you.